Okay, welcome to Farm Radio. Quick update on the Panasonic R-111. I think we've zoomed in on what the issue is. It's L3. It's 1 and 4. I think there's mistakes in the numbering here. I blew up the SAMs from the bottom, and it doesn't follow on the oscillator, the coil pinout, but over here it more or less does, and we're talking, this is open, pin 1 and pin 4. So I've just taken a diode and I've gone from 3 over to 4. Here, I've just jumped this with a diode. This one here. Germanium 1N67. Just to get the signal over there, and yeah, it tunes. So it doesn't have the gain that it should, but it tunes and it tracks. So I'll show you this transformer. The trouble is, they're tiny. I don't want to do
this afternoon will be mainly sunny. Highs today are in the upper 20s. Snow, some sleet or freezing rain is possible. Lows are in the upper teens with 5 inches of snow expected. Monday is windy with steady rain in the morning, then showers continue in the afternoon. Highs on Monday around 40. And Tuesday looks mostly sunny with highs in the mid-20s.
It's the white one right there, next to the oscillator coil. And it's tiny. It's not the standard size IF can, so that's the hurdle we're gonna have to face, is trying to find a teeny tiny, what do they call it, the input IF one, but this right here, A3. Again, we've just taken I think I've just gone from 3 over to 1 or 4 to the base of the first IF transistor there.
Take you on a journey back to this week in sports history. We'll start all the way back. 1892, in a publication called Triangle Magazine, James Naismith publishes the rules to his new game of basketball.
Hello and welcome again to Farm Radio. Let's see where we're going now. Where I left off is with the diode jumped across L3 in the schematic. Alright, so let's just check the...
Are you doing it? And if not, why?
Okay, so the radio's working with the diode jumped across the first IF basically. So that's our baseline now. Now what I've done in the meantime, I've tried to search out an IF transformer for this, which isn't the easiest thing in the world. Put some pictures up here. Let's see. What I need to do, we're talking. I'll show you either way here. We're talking. L3 right here. And what the problem is it's not a standard sized IF transformer. L3 right here. So basically what I've done at the moment is I've, in place of a signal RF, an RF, what's the word I'm looking for? A signal tracer. Instead of an RF and audio signal tracer, I just basically use the diode to go across. I think I want to cross pin 3 to pin 1 into the base of that transistor. So the sound is just going right in and it tunes, but we're missing this stage. So what I want to do is I have to find this transformer. Another thing that's confusing, it says 2.2 ohms, 6 I think 6 ohms, 0.3. But a lot of them online say, you know, they're up in the Ks, you know, 2.1 K and this K. That's way off. I don't understand that. So, but basically, what I've done is a couple things. I found this radio here. This is a karaoke unit that I've used for parts here are put aside. Actually, it's complete. It's just broken down. Anyway, it has a radio here, as you can see. Variable capacitor. The antenna is right here. Anyway, when I saw this transformer, I'm like, good, I'll use this transformer. But again, it's a sub-miniature, but it's too tall. I was going to throw it in there, but it's too tall. So I decided then to try to find this, what the Sam's is calling the 8810. Let me get to that. The parts, the replacement part here. Transformer, IF, coils. First IF is a Miller 8810. So there was a site that had an 8810, but it's prohibitively expensive. I don't know why they gouge people like that, so I found some less expensive alternatives. Anyway, I managed to get a Miller 8810. Let me get some focus here. Okay, I managed to get the Miller 8810 replacement. And it too is taller than the original, which concerns me a little bit. But it meters out okay. It meters as it should with the 0.2 and the 6 ohms and whatnot. So I'm still a little nervous about the physical size of it. Substituting, here we go, the American counterpart for the Japanese Toyo or whatever's in there. And, well, let's put it in and see if it clears, because there's one thing about the Japanese sets. They don't leave a lot of wiggle room. The stuff is spec'd exactly. So although it technically will fit, the technical side of things will fit, the physical attributes are always a challenge. So again, we'll put the... So that's where we're going to start. We're going to just take note of where our diode is. I've got the anode towards the, I think, pin 4, and the cathode is coming from the mixer oscillator. All right, so we have to try and get in there and replace that. So here we go. All right, as you might imagine, all the pitfalls associated with doing this are there. We did break one cladding on the ground here of the can, but I've just bridged some solder over it. That one's out, that one's out, that one's out, and this one that you couldn't even see is out. It should just push out now. I'll just get a little video of the underside. I'll try to leave the camera here so I can pull it out. There it is. Okay, so it's out, and I'll tell you, they bend the tabs over even on the transformer leads. So let's compare. Do we have any numbers here? We do. Looks like 2. 2, I can't make it out. 1161. Could be a B. 1161. 2. We'll clean that up and see. Any event, yeah, we're not gonna fix the leads on this, but here's our underside from our Duracell. Impossible to get a line on that. It's 1 and 4, so it's these two right there that are open. One of those leads. Again, comparing our old with our replacement. Yeah, physically, I mean, technically it may work the same, but physically, we can only hope it's not the same size. We'll give it a try. Okay, I've gone ahead and dry fit the transformer in there, and it physically it fits, but again, the USA counterpart here, I know like they say everything is bigger in Texas. We just have always had a problem with miniaturization. Sam says it fits, but it's the highest component in the radio. It's higher than the volume control, which is concerning. These guys make their stuff to exacting specifications, and there probably isn't a soul in the world that's changed one of these transformers in here with that. It just looks out of place. Again, it's the tallest thing in there. Will it make it? Who knows? It'd be a shame to have it all assembled and not be able to put back in the cabinet due to that. So as I remember, the volume goes down. I think the back of the board is what faces the user, so to speak. I'll have to review the video. Look at the SAMs here a minute. They show the picture with the back cover off. I don't believe so. Okay, I just want to take a pictorial of the capacitor. The thing is, the capacitor isn't bad, but it is 50 years old. It should be replaced. There it is there, 5 at 6 volts. Positive is on the top. Negative goes to the IF can. So, I want to thank Shango 066 for the clue for the capacitors, because I was able to get the digikey, yeah, the tantalum, but even this, it's a 4.7 at 25. It may be too big to go in there. We'll try it. But again, everything is size here. I may have to go with surface mount chip electrolytic to go between, it goes between here and the base of the transistor here. I mean the emitter. It goes to the emitter of the first IF amp, which is this transistor right here. So that's the base, and that's the emitter. So I'd have to go between there and there, possibly with a chip capacitor, if this one doesn't fit. So on the left's the replacement, on the right is the original. We'll test ESR on it, but again, the size is going to be possibly an issue. That's the smallest voltage I could find at that value. Okay, let's try the ESR of the tantalum here. That's good. 2.6 ohms. Now let's do the original. It reads a little high. The ESR is good. The capacitance reads higher than, well, it says 5 and it reads 6. If you can see that with the glare, that's 5 at 6 volts. On the original here, I'm going to call that 281161. Something to that effect. But I tried taking the can off, and of course the legs broke. It just crumbled. So, yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it. And the capacitor's in. Okay, let's try it. Well, they are in there, so let's solder it up and see what we get. Okay, everything's installed and soldered appropriately. The copper wire, the 3 picofarad, which is a 7, and the ground tab. Let's power it up. Nothing. Stand by. Okay, one of the antenna wires had broke off. We reattached that, so that's now it's tuning. Mind you, it's not aligned. It's not aligned right now, but it woke up. Thank heavens for that.
And I'm like, okay, Lord, what does that mean specifically? And then a few verses down it says, but the next couple games for UMass basketball.
So it picks up, as it should, a few stations here and there. That's 3. I don't have to touch the antenna.
Under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Massachusetts.
I don't have a lot of stations around here anyway, but the computer's on.
The next UMass basketball broadcast will be on Wednesday night. Could be used around the world. So we just said, you know what? We're going to try.
All right, next we'll put the generator on it and tune the 455. Okay, we have the generator running at 455. Tuning gang fully open. A1, A2, and A3. Well, I'll set this down a minute. Our signal generator, okay, tuned for 455, and well, let's see if I can set you down somewhere. Alright, so we'll adjust our RF. Just enough to make a signal. I'm going to start with 1, 2, and 3, so we go from the end up. We start with here. Look at this. The tuning tool doesn't fit the IF coils. They're so small. It shorts them out. Oh my God! The tuning tool for the IF is too small. I'm gonna have to look for another one. Stand by. Okay, we'll try that again with this one. Everything too big when it comes to this radio. That one's pretty much right on. That one too. Now the new one. Okay, that one was off. Lower that some more. We'll do it once more. A3. Stay there. A2. Settle down. Stay there. And there. Okay. Let's see how she tunes now.
They think I'm the most experienced guy there.
You look like the other state.
We're a distinctive curriculum that combines them.
Call you here today at 1-800-SHOP-UHC. That's 1-800-SHOP-UHC. United Healthcare is there to help you get even more from your benefits. That number again is 1-800-SHOP-UHC. Benefits, features, or devices vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
It's hard to tune without holding the chassis, but that's probably also interfering with the what I'm trying to do here. Of course, now it can also be aligned once it's in the cabinet.
In America's history, we've confused with marketing for them, and I started my own company.
Spots out there, especially north and west of the city, and mostly cloudy later tonight, 1225. Clouds and sunshine, high 31. Mostly cloudy skies for tomorrow night, low down to 30 degrees.
All right. I did not catch that station ID. I'll play the video back. Very weak, but working as it should, though. Well, 10-10 wins out of New York. I'll take that. All right. I think that's gonna about do it. I may do the A5 and A6. I don't know where the window is to tune it to 600 and 1400. I can only guess. So I may wait till I put it in the cabinet for that.
/Golka. Liability is 0. You don't have to pay him back for a couple.
So
Mobile.com/Golka.
that's 8:30.
All your life issues.
Yep.
I believe that's 1010 wins out of New York. I'll take that. So it's working pretty good. We have one new capacitor. Now, if it'll fit back in the cabinet. That's next.
Candlelight vigil last night in Harlem. Here's 1010 Wins reporter Eileen.
So here's 1010 wins. You just move the set around that it comes in. Here's the cabinet. Okay, stay tuned for more. Okay, so what's left is to get all this back in here.